who discovered the ship of history's most ruthless pirate, Blackbeard. Phil Masters was a researcher who spent years in a library searching for the whereabouts of Queen Anne's Revenge. He spent all his time and money pinpointing the location of this one ship. In 1996, his team discovered the ship off the coast of North Carolina. Thousands of historical artifacts, cannons, and gold grains were found there as treasure. Phil died in 2007. His discovery is considered one of the greatest archaeological breakthroughs in history. His name is written on the waves that once sheltered Blackbeard. Art McKee, the man who unlocked the secrets of the 1733 Spanish fleet in the Florida waters. Art McKee was the first person to make a career out of professionally searching for sunken treasure. He relied on old maps and stories from local fishermen and spent his entire life in the Florida Keys. He discovered several ships from the 1733 Spanish fleet. He found large blocks of silver, ingots, and gold jewelry. He opened the world's first treasure museum. He died in 1980. Today, he is considered the father of modern treasure hunting. The explorer is gone, but thousands of travelers are now following the path he blazed. Martin Bayerle, a ship that sent Martin to jail and left him penniless. Martin believes that the Tsar's gold is hidden in the wreck of the RMS Republic. He spent decades searching for it, went to jail for a murder charge, lost his family, but as soon as he was released from prison, he rushed back to the same ship. The treasure became an addiction, which distanced him from his loved ones but brought him closer to the wreck. The gold has not yet been found. He has launched several expeditions, reached the wreck, but returned empty-handed. He claims the gold is still there. Martin is still alive today and is preparing for a new expedition with his son. He is not one to give up.
The man who retrieved the ship of gold from the ocean depths now sits silently behind bars. Tommy was an engineer who developed new technology to locate the SS Central America. He secured millions of dollars in investment and spent years sending robots into the ocean's abyss. But when the gold was found, legal battles and fraud allegations turned him into a criminal. Yes, he recovered 3 tons of gold in 1988. It was one of the greatest discoveries in American history, but hundreds of gold coins are still missing, and only Tommy knows their secret. Tommy Thompson is currently in jail. He is shrouded in anonymity and controversy. The man who gave the world gold is now a prisoner of his own secrets behind iron bars.
The Alexander the Great of the Sea, who undertook more than 5,000 dives and discovered countless shipwrecks. Robert Marx dedicated his entire life to searching for ancient civilizations and sunken ships. He spent thousands of hours in archives around the world. His passion was so intense that he often ventured into dangerous war zones in search of treasure. He discovered dozens of shipwrecks from the Philippines to the Bahamas. He recovered millions of dollars worth of precious artifacts and gold. Although his methods were often controversial, he held in his hands coins that once adorned the crowns of kings. Robert Marx died in 2019. Continued writing about new treasure locations until the very end. A warrior has fallen silent, but the pages he wrote still illuminate the path for new treasure hunters. He didn't give up even after returning empty-handed, and eventually reached the silver mountain of Concepcion. Burt lost everything on his first attempt and returned empty-handed. People mocked him, He spent years raising funds again and studying old logbooks. His home and reputation, when everyone else gave up on him, his determination put him back on the waves. In 1978, with the help of a magnetometer, he discovered Concepcion. He found thousands of silver coins and jewels. It was the largest silver discovery of its time. Burt Weber is considered a successful and respected treasure hunter today. He is now retired, but his story continues to inspire. He proved that if you don't give up, even the sea will change its course. B. Spence, the patriarch of modern treasure hunting, who discovered his first treasure at the age of 12. Spence dedicated his entire life to searching for shipwrecks from the Civil War era. He established the principles of underwater archaeology. He spent thousands of dollars and narrowly escaped death on several occasions. For him, treasure wasn't just about money, but about the history preserved beneath the waves. He discovered important shipwrecks such as the H.L. Hunley and the SS Georgiana, which contained millions of dollars worth of artifacts and historical documents. He is still alive today and is a renowned author. He lives in South Carolina. He still listens to the heartbeat of the ocean, for every breath he takes is dedicated to the pursuit of treasure. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out.
A cancer-stricken art connoisseur hid a treasure in the mountains to drive the world crazy. When Forrest Fenn was diagnosed with cancer, he filled a bronze chest with gold and jewels and hid it somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. He wrote a poem containing clues. For 10 years, more than 300,000 people searched for it, and several lost their lives. In 2020, a medical student finally found the treasure. The chest was filled with gold coins, ancient artifacts, and precious stones. Forrest Fenn died in 2020, just a few months after the treasure was found. His last wish was fulfilled. He gave the world a great adventure. The puzzle was solved, the story ended, but Fenn's name still lives on in the winds of the Rocky Mountains. A man who, despite 16 years of failure and the loss of his son, managed to extract gold from the sea. Mel Fisher was obsessed with the shipwreck of the Nuestra Senora de Atocha, which sank in 1622. For 16 years, he started every day by saying, "Today's the day." This obsession led him to sell everything he owned, and he even lost his son and daughter-in-law in a tragic accident. But he never gave up. In 1985, they discovered the main part of the Atocha shipwreck. It contained 40 tons of gold and silver and thousands of emeralds. Its value today is estimated at over $450 million. Mel Fisher passed away in 1998, and there is a magnificent museum dedicated to him in Florida. His last wish was that people remember his passion.
Who discovered the world's only authenticated pirate ship, the Weta Galley. Barry grew up listening to stories of pirate Black Bellamy's treasure from childhood. He spent years diving in the icy, shallow waters of Cape Cod. His family thought he was crazy, but his passion was unwavering. In 1984, he found the Weta's anchor and then gold coins. This is the only authentic pirate treasure ever discovered. Barry is still alive and runs his own museum in Massachusetts. He continues to search for other historic shipwrecks. The treasure was found, but the thirst for its discovery remains unfulfilled.